Welcome to another Train2Game production with Danny Palmer.
My name is Brian Williams. I am the lead gameplay designer for WWE 12.
Okay, Brian, so what does your role, lead gameplay designer, actually entail?
I am responsible for basically coming up with, the basics, the gameplay itself, how, the superstars perform in the ring, the grapple system. Anything you do when you're inside that square circle is my responsibility.
And the name change this year from SmackDown vs. Raw to WWE 12. What are the main reasons behind that, and what differences are there to the game design as a whole?
Well, the name change was something that I think we all wanted for a long time, but this year it was just more fortuitous because, we've got this new technology that we're offering players this year with the Predator technology and everything, the new animation system. So we had a ton of new things, so we thought this is the perfect time. We're trying to give players a fresh take on wrestling, something that, what we hope to be a better, gameplay experience than what we've offered in the past. And we thought, what better way than to jettison that SmackDown vs. Raw name, which really didn't factor into WWE programming. I mean, they try to play up the rivalry of SmackDown vs. Raw a little bit, but it's kind of an antiquated name, and it's a mouthful to say. So in our game, every year is just it encompasses the entire WWE. So we thought, what better way than to just simplify our name to WWE 12.
What new features does the new Predator system introduce to WWE 12?
Okay, like I said, we've got the new. We've improved our animation blending. At previous games, some of the transitions from move to move were a bit clunky, kind of robotic. So with our this new Predator tech, it's allowed us to streamline those transitions to make the gameplay experience and the superstars' movements a lot more fluid and realistic than what we've offered in the past. Hopefully, our goal was to make it as fluid as one sees when they watch Raw or SmackDown or a WWE pay-per-view. We've also implemented a brand new submission system this year. In the past couple of years, our submission system, the struggle submission system, utilized right analog stick, and it wasn't very engaging. You basically just held it in a direction to apply pressure. This year, we wanted to go back to a more classic style of submission gameplay where the attacker and defender both need to rapidly press the face buttons to apply pressure and to defend against that pressure. And we've also added for the first time the ability for the defender to manually crawl towards the ropes when they're put in a submission, which is something that we've never offered in the game before. Man, what else? We've got new superstar-specific comebacks. As any WWE fan knows, a lot of the big top superstars have their own sequence of moves that they'll perform when they're in dire straits that, if performed successfully, kind of puts them back into the mix of things when they've been on the side of a beatdown. So we've added that for superstars. For John Cena, he does a shoulder block, back suplex, which perfectly puts him in position to his 5-knuckle shuffle, followed by the attitude adjustment. So players will be able to replicate what they see on programming in the game this year, which is something that we're all very happy about. Because in addition to all the technology and all the new gameplay features, we just really wanted to push the presentational aspects of our game to make it look that much more indicative of what someone would find. Or when they're watching, Raw or WWE programming. So, and I think we've done a really good job as far as doing that this year.
And can you tell us a bit more about the new community creation features?
Yeah, community creations is an awesome feature. Outside of the gameplay, our game back when it was SmackDown vs. Raw, now that it's WWE 12, we've offered just a ton of create modes, from create an entrance to superstars to our brand new create an arena, which allows you to create your own ring side areas this year. And Community Creations allows you to upload your creations to our Community Creations server so other people can download your creations, and you can get prestige points based off of how many downloads you get. For those players who may not be creatively inclined, who don't want to either have the skills that some others do or just don't have the time to devote into creating their content, they can go on Community Creations and download, things that other people have created. So it's like one-stop shop for all things, custom creations for the game. So it's awesome.
And with the ever-evolving WWE, how do you intend to implement changes throughout the year after the release of the game?
Well, we will be supporting DLC. I can't go into specifics of what that content will be, but DLC definitely helps us keep current with with what's going on in the WWE, because as you said, it can be difficult because they're moving. If they're moving 100 miles an hour, we're trying to keep up. We're right behind them. So DLC allows us to kind of keep pace with them and keep our game fresh and current for those players outside of when they purchase the game.
And what's your favorite new feature personally about the new game?
Two things. I got two favorites. I'm just really happy with how our gameplay has come out. From top to bottom, I think it's just the best that we've played in a very long time, our game. And outside of that, Create an Arena. I love it. It is my favorite create mode. It's just so much fun to just go in there and just, customize the arena, whether you want to create like an old arena from the past or just create something wacky. I haven't been bored with it yet.
And a little bit about you. How did you get involved in the games industry, and what made you decide you wanted to follow that career path?
Well, I got involved in the game industry by way of the QA department. I started at THQ as a video game tester, straight out of college. Didn't really know what I was going to do, and I thought, well, before I get into my real life, I just wanted to at least, say that I video game tested. And about 3 months in, I realized that I think this is a place that I want to stay. Meaning THQ, I want to stay, I want to grow. And I've always been a wrestling fan, and WWE or THQ had the license, and I just kind of worked from there. Started asking questions around. I just hunkered down and just kind of let my work speak for itself, and people noticed, and I'm in the position that I am now.
So, what advice would you give to anyone looking to get into the games industry?
I will say, definitely, perseverance is the key. If you have a animation background, a computer programming background, you definitely have a leg up on me as someone, because I don't. I started in QA. But the thing is, once you it's just getting your foot in the door. Once you get that foot in the door, you just, you work hard, show everybody what you bring to the table. And, you may not think people notice, but they do. And you'll get to where you want to go. And like I said, you just got to persevere. And once you're in, you're in. That's the hard part. You just got to make sure once you're in there, you're there. And
finally, do you think the community creations aspect of WWE 12 could help someone show what they can do with their work?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, with our story designer, which allows you to script out your very own original stories, to, all the creative superstar aspects. I mean, we actually have used people that are really good with those systems, like we as consultants for the game. So it definitely will get you noticed. So yeah, I would definitely say that's a truism.
Anything else you'd like to add?
Only that, very proud of what we've done this year with WWE 12, with the relaunch. The game, it's just a blast to play, and anybody who's either been with us for the past couple of years with the SmackDown vs. Raw franchise, or maybe has, for whatever reason, stopped playing the WWE games, I really would say that this is the year to come back into the fold. Got a simplified control scheme, better technology powering the game. Whether you played last year's game or you've fallen out of favor, this I feel strongly that this is the game that'll bring you back in.
Great, thanks for your time, Brian.
Thank you.
For more information, www.train2game.com.